Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, from Life of Queen Sandy and family. I'm your beautiful host, New Orleans Queen Sandy, the beautiful one and only, you heard me. How Life of Queen Sandy and family, loyal viewers and supporters doing on this great and beautiful day, baby. It's so beautiful outside, ladies and gentlemen, and y'all already know that your girl Queen Sandy gotta put it down. Stunner New Orleans style in Texas for my family, baby. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy has some delicious neck bones burning behind me, baby. And I also have my greens soaking. I've been having them soaking all morning, you heard me. And also I have a slab of ribs out in which I'm about to be cutting down and seasoning up for our viewers. And also cutting down my greens, ladies and gentlemen, and showing y'all how I make my homemade New Orleans greens from scratch, baby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy, I really love fried greens instead of boiled greens, ladies and gentlemen, because you tend to get more flavor. So, ladies and gentlemen, what your girl Queen Sandy is about to do, baby, is take my greens out of the pot from soaking, baby, place them on a chopping board and chop them down, and then fry it and add some seasoning to it. And also, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy will be cutting down my ribs New Orleans style, baby. So, what are Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers doing on this great and beautiful day? What y'all cooking? Y'all cooking some red beans, some butter beans, some yaki meat, some gumbo, some seafood. What y'all cooking, baby? Jump in Life of Queen Sandy and family comments and let Life of Queen Sandy and family know what y'all love cooking on a Sunday on a church day, you heard me. So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy I also have my bell peppers chopped up behind me, as y'all can see, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the slab of ribs, that beautiful ribs that your girl Queen Sandy had, baby. It's not going to take me long to cut through these ribs, baby. Matter of fact, your girl Queen Sandy going to cut through these ribs first, you heard me. So I can season it up and bake it. Knock down one. So the ribs can be done nice and tender by the time the greens get done, baby. My husband up there going to get my baby girl from work. Prince Watt back there making a beat, baby. His computer been broke for about a week. I'm so happy that my baby computer fixed now. Him and his father went and got the part that he needed on last night, baby. So he happy, and I'm happy that my baby is able to make his hit beat, you heard me. Y'all already know that Prince Watt is the world's greatest 14-year-old producer that's greater than all, you heard me. Stop playing. I believe in teaching my kids, you put yourself first, not nobody else. Nobody else come before you, baby. Business is business. We could care less about friendship. So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy up here cutting down the ribs, baby. Y'all see how beautiful these ribs look? So what your girl Queen Sandy about to do, baby, is grab the seasoning from behind me. Y'all already know your girl Queen Sandy put everything on there, you heard me? These ribs gonna be bursting with flavor, baby. My baby Randy up there tired. He been at work all night. But his behind gonna wake up once he smell his food. My family is gonna enjoy this delicious New Orleans meal, baby. Today is so beautiful. We probably go outside later on and ride the bike, you heard me? So, ladies and gentlemen, what your girl Queen Sandy is going to do, I'm about to take my hands, rub the seasoning into each piece of rib, baby. Let it marinate for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put it in the oven and let it cook down till it get nice and juicy and tender, baby. Then I'm going to head over to the chopping board, chop down these greens, put a little cooking oil in a pot, fry it down, add my seasoning on top of the greens, and let it cook down till it get nice and soft, and then broil it, and then once it boiled down, ladies and gentlemen, and the greens almost done, then your girl Queen Sandy gonna add the neck bones to the pot. Oh yeah, no, I know y'all see that your girl Queen Sandy already have the rice done, baby. Coming up, baby, this is all my mama used to cook. And my aunties and my sisters. Not just on a church day, you heard me. We'll eat it all throughout the week. So ladies and gentlemen, when your girl Queen Sandy bake these ribs, I'm going to place a few bell peppers on top of it so it can add some that New Orleans flavor to it, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, also your girl Queen Sandy is so excited, baby. In 2 more days, I will be 43 years old, baby. Oh, it ain't nobody but God that got your girl Queen Sandy this far, baby. If only y'all knew the things that I've been through. You could try to walk in my shoes. They some heavy shoes to fill, baby. Y'all see how delicious that is, baby? Now, ladies and gentlemen, what your girl Queen Sandy is about to do, baby, is wash my hands. Grab these greens. Let me place this right here so I can clean out the zinc. Your girl Queen Sandy, a different breed, baby. Get my antique pot, you heard me? Put this skillet over here. On this one video, I got so many comments in reference to cleaning this pot, baby. But we have history with this pot. We ain't missing no meals. So, ladies and gentlemen, let your girl Queen Sandy grab this knife, baby, and chop down these greens. Also, I got to rinse out this pot again. This is a Hurricane Katrina pot that been donated to my family. It's going to stay in my family for my kids, you heard me? So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy is going to allow the water out that pot to evaporate, baby. And I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of cooking oil. And once the cooking oil get hot, then I'm going to add my greens to the pot, baby, and my seasoning, and whip it up New Orleans style, baby. It ain't going to take long for that little water to evaporate out the pot, baby. So what your girl Queen Sandy about to do, baby, is going to chop down these greens, you heard me? Your girl Queen Sandy going to chop it down in inches, baby. And to Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers, y'all could actually chop it down how y'all want to, you heard me? Get some instructions on how your girl Queen Sandy fix New Orleans style greens, baby. And it's real simple. Don't leave none of this out. So ladies and gentlemen, water done evaporated on my big pot, baby. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ends of the greens in the pot first, since that's a little harder, and let that soften up, you heard me. Let me get my cooking oil. Let your girl Queen Sandy turn this pot down, baby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't need too much cooking oil, baby. Y'all see how delicious that look, baby? It's going to take probably about 2 minutes for the cooking oil to get hot, ladies and gentlemen. So while I'm allowing the cooking oil to get hot, I'm going to head back over here to the skillet and saute up my bell peppers up in the butter, baby. I'm so happy that our kids have school this week, baby. Once I finish fixing our Sunday dinner, your girl Queen Sandy gotta knock out all our laundry, baby. Now, I know some of Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers probably don't add bell peppers to their greens, but I added to mine, baby, because I love to have color in our greens. Then it bring more flavor. Let you really know that this, that, you know, you heard me. Place my spoon right there, baby. You put the hardest part of the greens in the pot first, baby. Like, yay. Then add a second batch, a third batch, and a fourth batch, baby. Let your girl Queen Sandy place this here strain in the zinc, baby. And grab my other half, my other batch of greens, baby. Chop this down. How many of Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers know how to cook New Orleans greens, baby? Jump in Life of Queen Sandy and family comments and let your girl Queen Sandy know you heard me. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, just like an inch. The same way that you'll chop down your cabbage, baby. And your girl Queen Sandy gonna repeat the same process, baby. With the hardest part first. Get my seasoner. My pepper, baby. My basil. My red pepper, baby. My garlic powder, baby. Boy, these greens gonna melt in your mouth, baby. My oregano. My chili, baby. And a little bit of lemon pepper, baby. Just a little bit. Also, I'm gonna add some garlic. Two teaspoons. Grab me a towel to clean down my surface, baby. Disperse the seasoning on the greens evenly, baby. Let it cook down a little bit more. I'm going to turn the pot on 8, baby. And also, your girl Queen Sandy placed her ribs in the oven. They're going to be so juicy and delicious and melt in your mouth, baby, bursting with flavor. You heard me? Stop playing. Stir up these neck bones, baby. Shoot, when you're in a relationship, baby, you need to know how to cook real food. You need to know how to make fried chicken, fried pork chops, turkey necks, neck bones, pig feet, greens, cabbage, cornbread, fried shrimp, fried fish, baby, roast, meatloaf, spaghettis, macaronis, fettuccine, dirty rice, jambalaya, baby, red beans, butter beans, black-eyed peas, pinto beans, homemade soup, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes from scratch, not no instant, baby, hearty meals. I never needed no cookbook, baby. The girl Queen Sandy come from a whole family full of chefs. My daddy was a chef in the valley, baby. My big brother Kitty Bo out the Cali, who ain't no joke, was an Italian chef since the age of 16, baby. And almost 60, you heard me? My mama could cook, my aunties could cook, my uncles could cook, my husband could cook, baby. On days I'm not feeling good, my husband cooked for me. And the kids. My husband cooked for the kids and I, baby. Ain't nothing like having a husband that know how to make gumbo, red beans, butter beans, everything. Anything that you could think of, my husband know how to make it, baby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see how beautiful and delicious these greens look, baby? So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy gonna let it cook down for about 15 more minutes, baby. And then I'm gonna add some water to the pot. Scoop all the oil off the top of the pot. My husband King Snurf for the Whip Stop taught me that, baby. I'm going to scoop all the oil out the pot because you know oil and water does not mix, baby. So once I add the water to the pot, I'm going to scoop all the oil off of the top surface of the water. And I'm going to add my meat in the pot and then allow my greens to cook down, baby. And then when the food cook down, the family about to eat. You heard me? Grab my spoon back. Whip up these bell peppers like yeah to the yeah. Y'all see how beautiful these bell peppers look, baby? Sauteed up in straight butter, you heard me? Delicious. My greens gonna be bursting with flavor, baby. It's your girl Queen Sandy. Stir up these neck bones. It smell good, baby. Prince what? Mama baby. What mama food hitting for, son? It smell good, baby. Thank you, son. Boy, my babies tore up that breakfast that I cooked on yesterday. Boy, they tore them pancakes, eggs, bacon, and sausage up, baby. Boy, look, when I said we ain't had no more leftovers, y'all, we ain't had no more leftovers. So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy about to fill this pot up with water. Just halfway, because what your girl Queen Sandy gonna do, baby? Turn off the front aisle. I'm gonna pour out some of the water out these neck bones and add the rest of the water to the greens, you heard me? So it can have the flavor from the neck bones. Like your stock juice. And there you have it, baby. Now let your girl Queen Sandy grab a cup. I'm going to stir up the greens so the oil could come from the bottom of the pot, ladies and gentlemen, and come up to the top. Take the spoon and scoop out the oil so it can be kind of healthy, you know, and not greasy. Ain't nothing like a home-cooked meal, baby. Get you full. Y'all see all that oil that was in the greens, baby? That's unhealthy. Nobody don't want to be eating no greasy food. Some of the grease is all right to leave in a pot, ladies and gentlemen, just to have flavor, but not all that grease, baby. It's unhealthy. You don't want, after eating, you know, a neck bone, you don't want your hands to look like you didn't rub down your hands with baby oil, baby. No, indeed. You gotta be healthy. And especially with my mom and my kids, you know, and my husband. She gotta eat healthy. And my auntie. Bad enough we eat too much fried food in our home anyway, baby. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and Family, baby. And may God bless all of Life of Queen Sandy and Family's loyal viewers and supporters. We love y'all, and none of this wouldn't be possible without God, family, and our loyal Life of Queen Sandy and Family's loyal viewers, likers, commenters, shares, and subscribers, you heard me. And may God bless each of you and your families on this great and beautiful day. And y'all already know that New Orleans Queen Sandy about to cut y'all back on un momento with the outcome of our New Orleans 504 greens and ribs, baby. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, you heard me. Don't touch that dial, baby. Welcome back to Life of Queen Sandy and family, ladies and gentlemen, with your beautiful host, New Orleans Queen Sandy, the beautiful one and only, you heard me. Ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy is so excited, baby. Our greens are almost finished cooking, baby. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy up here whooping up the barbecue sauce, New Orleans style, baby. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy have my butter and my garlic, and also I put some syrup in the barbecue sauce, baby, so it could be deliciously sweet, you heard me? And also, the ribs are done, baby. So, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy about to whoop up these here greens, you heard me? I got my big pot of greens full of meat, baby. And also, I added my bell peppers to it too, baby. Get off that spoon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy up here whooping up the barbecue sauce. Boy, it's going to be so delicious, baby. And then what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is do like I normally do in my prior Life of Queen Sandy and family DIY tutorials, how to make New Orleans barbecue ribs, baby, or barbecue chicken, or any type of barbecue, baby. I marinate each piece of meat in my barbecue sauce one by one to make sure that it's evenly coated on each side, baby. I know y'all can smell it through the phone, baby. Let that butter melt up. Stir my greens some more. That's your girl Queen Sandy. Bring this phone over here. Get an up close view, baby. Look at how delicious New Orleans Queen Sandy's homemade greens from scratch with plenty of meat in it, baby. Look, you heard me. Your girl Queen Sandy know that y'all want to play, baby. And also, ladies and gentlemen, this is your girl Queen Sandy's barbecue sauce. And this is my delicious, well-seasoned ribs, baby. Bursting with bell peppers and plenty season, you heard me. And my rice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy about to sit this here phone back down, baby. And head back over here to the barbecue sauce and whip it up. Also, I had to scoop some more oil off the top of the pot, baby. This is really simple to do, Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers. Hopefully, some of Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers will get a little 1-2 step from Queen Sandy, you heard me? Like I said, I've been cooking for a long time. My husband and kids love to eat. My whole family love to eat, baby. Let this butter melt up a little bit more, baby. And what your girl Queen Sandy gonna do is turn my greens down on 3. Let it simmer. So Life of Queen Sandy and family viewers, finish cooking y'all Sunday meal for y'all family, baby. Jump in Life of Queen Sandy and family comments and let me know you heard me. My husband and kids gonna tear this up, baby. And my mom and my auntie. Now, normally, ladies and gentlemen, some people like putting sugar up in their barbecue sauce. I substitute my barbecue sauce with the sweetness with syrup instead of sugar. I rotate from time to time, you heard me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let New Orleans Queen Sandy head back over to this stove. You understand me? Now, this is real simple to do, baby. Since my butter done melted up, I'm going to take each piece of rib, baby, turn it over on the side so I can have it evenly coated, baby. It's going to just burst in your mouth, you heard me? It's real simple to do. You want the barbecue sauce to be on each side of your rib, baby. Or any kind of meat that it is that y'all cooking. Baby, when I say these ribs well seasoned, it's well seasoned, baby. We gonna tear this up today, baby. Yeah, let these ribs swim in this barbecue sauce, you heard me? Gotta drown it. Y'all see how New Orleans Queen Sandy make it look so simple, baby? If I can do it, I know y'all can do it too, you heard me? Turn over, baby. Turn over straight like that. Y'all see how New Orleans Queen Sandy have the barbecue ribs submerging under the barbecue sauce, baby? It's going to be hit. Grab another one. You got to soak it, baby. When I say it's hitting, it's hitting. Babe, you smell it? What it smell like, babe? It smell good, baby. Mama Babies is hitting. Mama got it hitting in the kitchen, baby. I know I do, baby. I was born to you, heard me? Can't do it like your wife, my baby. Tell them stop playing. Matter of fact, I didn't already told them ain't no sugar from sugar, you heard me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy about to put the bell peppers up in the barbecue sauce, baby. Like, yeah to the yeah. And set my skillet in the zinc, baby. Put it on low. Let your girl Queen Sandy put her glove on, baby. Like, yeah to the yeah. And there you have it, baby. New Orleans Queen Sandy's delicious how to make barbecue ribs from scratch, baby. With plenty season bursting in your mouth, you heard me? All marinated and flavored with my bell peppers, butter, and syrup, you heard me? Look at that there. Queen Sandy know that y'all want to play, baby. Gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy is going to put these ribs in the oven, baby, and let it bake a little while so the coating of these ribs could get thick, you heard me? Like, yeah to the yeah, baby. Delicious. Now what your girl Queen Sandy about to do, baby, is get this cup and scoop some more of the Earl out the pot so it won't be greasy looking like we got baby Earl up in the greens, you heard me? Yeah, for flavor. Because it's also mixed with Queen Sandy stock juice, baby. Just a little bit. Y'all know all my food have plenty seasoning, baby. Don't that just look delicious, ladies and gentlemen? I know that y'all want to play. Your girl Queen Sandy will bring it to y'all front door, you heard me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and Family, baby. God is awesome. And I would like to thank him for blessing my family and loved ones on this great and beautiful day. And also may he bless each of you and your families as well, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and Family, baby. And hope everyone is having a great and blessed day. And to those that's not, pray about your situation and God will get you through it, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy is going to allow the barbecue sauce to coat up on these ribs, baby, to thicken up for a little while, and let my greens simmer down a little bit, and I'll cut y'all back on un momento. So meanwhile, don't touch that dial and make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and family, baby. Can't do it like the Queen of Indo. About to cut y'all back on un momento, you heard me? Ladies and gentlemen, your girl Queen Sandy, the Queen of Indo, is back, baby. And when I say my food is hitting, baby, it is hitting, baby. Now the first plate goes to my husband, King Smurf for the whip stop, baby. Let me play my husband food, you heard me? Alright, baby. Wipe the gouch, I'm on it, you heard me? Gotta give my husband King Smurf that restaurant plate, baby. Y'all see how them bell peppers give it color, baby? Put some juice on there. This is what you call a 5-star plate, baby. Now let me give my husband King Smurf a rib, you heard me? This is how you fix a plate for a king, baby. And there you have it, a New Orleans Queen Sandy stunner collard greens and barbecue ribs plate, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. God is awesome, baby. Hope New Orleans Queen Sandy was able to teach our viewers a thing or two on how to make New Orleans homemade greens and barbecue ribs from scratch, baby. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Queen Sandy and family, baby. And we love y'all. Keep those likes, comments, shares, and subscribes coming, you heard me? Let me go and bring my husband his plate, you heard me? Can't do it like me.